treetop trail at Minnesota Zoo in Apple Valley. This is a new trail that we're gonna check out and walk around here. It's about a mile long. It's on the former monorail route. And did you see this sign that says, "Please use caution when using electrostatic sensitive devices. Due to the use of recycled composite decking, guests on the tree top trail may experience naturally occurring static electricity." So let's see how shocked I get on this walk. So this trail up here that used to be the monorail trail has been closed for decades. Initially was a monorail track that you could ride around the zoo, and then in July 2023 they reopened it up as the treetop trail. Looks like traffic is kind of heading this direction, foot traffic, so we'll go this way and check it out. We are above the main entrance and the aquarium there. I was reading this morning about the treetop trail here, and they said it is the largest, I think, highline walk like this that is a full loop. So I guess a lot of the longer ones that you see in cities and throughout the world tend to be single direction. A lot of them are former subway tracks that were converted. This is that light or monorail loop that was here at the zoo that's been converted to this walkable trail. As you can see, it's a very popular spot. A lot of people enjoying it today. It is about 1:30 p.m. That was my ticket time to enter the zoo. When coming to the Minnesota Zoo, ever since the COVID pandemic, you had to schedule your visit. So you, ahead of time, go on their website and buy a ticket for your allotted entry time. But the tiger lair is over here on the left. We'll see if we can see any views of the tigers. Food truck over here. I believe the treetop trail maxes out at 35 feet above ground. And you're looking down over the zoo and the different creatures. This is the tiger exhibit on the left here. Let's see if we can find it. I do not see the tiger. The bird show, and this is the main stage area. I want to say they host concerts here during the summer sometimes too. Nothing I've ever attended, but I think people have said that those were a good time in the past. This roundabout connection that will take you down if you want to enter the main path from here. On the left is the moose. Ooh, see there, I just got shocked. That's what they said. If you're using a electronic device on these things, you're probably going to get shocked when you touch the hand railing. So I don't see the moose. That's their exhibit and their habitat. Just missed a frog hopping across the path. So I think this is kind of going to be a new direction. Typically when walking through the zoo, you cut a left right there, and so we'll be going back into this area that I haven't seen before because I never had a chance to ride the monorail when it was open. Lots of benches throughout the treetop trail to sit on. Still have not seen any animals. Oh, there we go. We can see some caribou walking through this grassy area right on the other side of that tree. You see the caribou through the trees? I want to focus a little bit on the animals and maybe stop to see them some, but keep the walk primarily focused on the walking trail and this new space to enjoy. My family does have a zoo membership and we find ourselves coming out here every few months. And always a good time, summer and winter. Pretty cool facility with a wide variety of animals and plenty of indoor space for during those cold Minnesota months. If you're looking for somewhere to go in a temperature controlled walk while seeing something entertaining, you can always check out the zoo during winter in Minnesota. There's like a tropical exhibit. And so there's that Minnesota Zoo here, as well as at the Como Zoo up in St. Paul. They have a like a tropical flower and tropical garden exhibit, and walking in there in the middle of winter when you've been out in this 10-degree weather and you're just freezing and you step into this beautiful tropical climate, it feels so nice. So for those of us who aren't typically going on tropical trips every year like many Minnesotans do, that's a nice place to get away and be reminded of the summer. It's a way nicer weather can be. I think there's a bird nest out there.
I went into the RTI room by there. A lot of things for Christmas.
So I don't think there's animals in this area. From my understanding, it's more of, I guess, the treetops of the treetop trail. But it is gorgeous. A little bit hazy today. We have some of that Canadian wildfire smoke that has blown back down in our direction. Staircases. Likely an emergency exit or something. You're good, thank you. I want to say I was looking at YouTube a few months back when I was first learning about this treetop trail that they were building and that it was going to be opening up this year. I think I found a video someone was riding on one of the last rides on the monorail up here, and I think they did record a video of that and put it up here. So if that's something you want to take a look for, you can check that out. Little quotes up there. Different things to look out at, maybe to keep the kids entertained.
I wonder where they're gonna put that. Here.
Looks like they're building a bird blind, it says, in this spot in the future. So the main trail is done, but there's going to be more additions to it. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but the first question I have so far is if this will be like kept and shoveled and maintained during the winter. It is nice to go for an outdoor walk sometimes, but kind of a long one. Well, I guess it's only a mile, so we'll see. But interested to see what this looks like in the winter and what they do with these areas here. Trying to get it blue, but it's pretty washed out, partially because of that smoke I was talking about earlier.
I didn't leave home until I got my first apartment after college. Yeah, well, it's, you know, she lives like 2 blocks off campus.
There's a little display of some sort over there. It's not currently in use. There's like a horse of some kind over here. These people are looking at something.
I bet he's just sitting there.
Maybe looking at the turtles down there. Some turtles on logs all along the water.
Yeah, it does move.
Pretty large turtle down there. Kind of seems like the theme is they're putting in those little boxes what kids can see, sort of what they're looking for out in each habitat. There's that last one that had the birds inside there. Now there's a turtle in there. Out in this direction, I believe, is the farm area. So head out on that trail towards the farm animals. I think you can leave the treetop trail to go down to that lower area. Play on the playground down there. There's like this very cool natural playground that the kids have a great time on. Treetop trail. Tractor, because I think this used to be, you see how it says Land O'Lakes on there? I think this used to be more farm themed, related to that farm area out as you continue away from the central part of the zoo, which is a really cool area. They do have a nice display out there. I think the goats and cows and horses, pigs, all that sort of thing. The real highlight in that area for me is each year when they do what they call farm babies, and they have all the little baby farm animals out there in April, and it's cute and fun. It is a bit of a gamble because it can still be chilly in Minnesota in April like that. I would say fairly consistently when that's going on, we come out here and that walk can be brisk. But definitely something worth checking out at the Minnesota Zoo is the farm babies. But today we are on the treetop trail, which I hope you're all enjoying. I think it's beautiful up here. My zoo membership actually ends at the end of August, so we'll have to either get a new one for the year or hold off until we're ready to visit again and then re-up at that point, just to maximize that time we have in your 12-month membership. Oh, so there's some more of those horses that were over by that lake back there. Camel on the right side. Yeah, this is the area that I think your average zoo visitor is going to be more familiar with, because it's essentially walking above many of the trails and animals that zoo visitors have been able to experience in the past. Llama track down below, which is a fun area to walk through. Interesting strollers out there. I thought that was typically a stroller-free zone. Maybe only when they're really busy they have someone standing out there keeping the strollers out. I think you can go out there, ride a llama. And then camel rides are, is that llama or camel? It looks like a camel. I can't really see through the tree on the video very well, so I apologize for that. Yeah, these are camel rides down below us here. And then the horses, I will say a thing I've noticed up here that I would like to see change is there's not clear signage telling you what you're looking down at. So when you're walking around a zoo, typically they have the plaques and each animal is identified and you can slow down and see what you're looking at. I think they're trying to make it a bit of a separate experience from the regular zoo, I guess. So you'd be walking on that lower level to take your time and identify each animal and read about them and all that. Less information up here. That we've been walking by. Resource. Nature is a generous provider. It nourishes us with rich variety of foods. It supplies raw materials for construction, textiles, manufacturing, and medicine. Nature gives renewable energy in the form of sunlight, water, and wind. The services provided by nature, such as pollination and climate regulation, support all life on Earth. Bison landing made possible by the Shakopee Medawakanton Sioux community. The prairie below us. This is, I'm gonna just walk over towards these benches and then turn back because this will take you back down to that lower level. Pollinators. See the bison. Are they bison or buffalo? I'm not really an animal expert. There are things that I know a bit more about, and I would not say animals and animal identification. It's not something that I am the best at. So yeah, but I do like the bison, the buffalo. I think very cool creatures. Very symbolic of American culture and North America and Canada and the US.
And that's why they're focusing on other states.
I don't know, do they go down as far south as Mexico? So yeah, it says bison below. I read it on the plaque down there. But as I was saying before, no plaques up here on the treetop trail.
Outdoor to be fed, so you can't.
I wonder what's going on here. Fire, symbolic of burnt down forests and fire damage, which we are accessing today with the smoke we are experiencing from the Canadian wildfires. Another, I think, emergency exit maybe in this direction. Pest control at the zoo. Can't they just release the animals to get them? That is a intentionally ignorant joke. Yeah, emergency exit there. Living roof. Oh, there's a bear up there. Wow. A bear hanging out up there. Having a good old time. Alright, and then I think this is about wrapping up the treetop trail. It is. So our walk was about a half an hour for the, if I am correct, it was 1.3 miles is I think what I remember reading, but right around there, you know, 1 mile, 1.25 mile walk. Took us about 30 minutes, which is slower than my average walking pace. It is a cool new way to look at the Minnesota Zoo. Really nice, unique perspective of stuff. Not as animal focused as you might expect from a zoo. I would say if you're making your one and only trip to the Minnesota Zoo and you really want to see animals, I might take one of the lower trails first and then have this be like a secondary thing. But it is a very cool path. I really like the trail. I like what they've done here, and I'm excited to see what's to come. Nice spot for a picnic. Yeah, overall the Treetop Trail is a great addition to the Minnesota Zoo. I think taking that path that was just sitting there not really in use and adding something that people can do a little bit more with is, you know, just a great idea and gives the opportunity to bring people out here to see something new. Only thing would be that I would likely expect many people to have believed that that would be a little more animal focused, but you do see some animals. But I think the focus on the zoo is more on the Treetop Trail, I would say, is the walk as opposed to the animal aspect that you might expect from a zoo. But thank you everybody for coming along with the walk with me. I hope you have a chance to check out the Minnesota Zoo someday. And if you do, I hope you check out the Treetop Trail and that you enjoy it. Let's go take a look at some monkeys and then I will let you go. Well, actually, it's not let you go. You can go whenever you want. You're watching a video on the internet. All you gotta do is hit off and then it stops. I guess I'll go look at these monkeys and then I'll go. Snow monkey. Someone lost their Minnesota United. Oh, easy monkey. Little monkey babies are fighting.
Where's the babies? Oh, somebody lost it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see. You did? You okay?
Actually, you know, I don't think I have ever walked over in this direction, so I'm gonna go try to find that loop. I do have a little bit more time. I think I allotted about an hour or so to be here today. So I'm gonna go walk around this little pond and then maybe wrap it up after that. They're definitely different from the typical videos I make. Sometimes I do park stuff, I guess, but kind of related when we think of the way we go on these walks to share walkable places that maybe you want to see before you go on a walk on, or maybe you can't get out of your house and see, and like being able to have a more real feel look at something by having that unedited walk. So over here, this Call of the Wild Cafe will connect you to that indoor tropical area of the zoo with all kinds of different animals, birds. Really nice area, but some of that I tend to favor a little bit more in the winter. Just because it is so nice outside. When it's nice in Minnesota, you gotta take advantage. Yeah, if you're enjoying the walk through the Minnesota Zoo, if you liked the tree line trail, like the video, share it to someone you've been talking about the treetop trail with, and maybe go for a walk with a friend on the treetop trail if you can. As always, let me know where you think I should go for a walk next, any places that you're enjoying. I do have about a dozen plus places that have been submitted, but I haven't gotten around to yet, but I do plan on it, and always appreciate the feedback and ideas. Mussels.
What are you trying to do? Definitely don't have the ability to swim under the pool.
That'd be native Minnesota mussels. Freshwater. There are 5 species of freshwater mussels in Minnesota. Was actually just talking with my wife yesterday about, we were looking at the menu at Borgman in Minneapolis, and she saw mussels on the menu. We were talking about that, you know, being predominantly something you think of as a seafood, but I not sure if I've ever had a lake mussel before. And my guess would be that the mussels that they're selling there would be the lake mussel. That would be more related to Minnesota. See the treetop trail there, which we were walking on earlier. Lots of great plaques and signs that will tell you about what you're seeing as you walk through the zoo. I think Minnesota Zoo does a good job of keeping those signs informative while also being palatable, to where you can take your time and read a little bit without it taking too long, and you're not taking in too much information as you're going on these whole long walks. So you're getting some nice little tidbits, and you can learn a bit and then do your further research if that's something that interests you. But yeah, those signs that aren't on the treetop trail, it is available and accessible. I heard someone say that that large turtle we saw back there was a snapping turtle. Painted turtle. I think Wild Nights might be that nighttime and evening exhibit or activation, I guess whatever you want to call it, that they do here. I believe it's, I don't know if it's Wednesdays or Thursday nights. Maybe it's just occasionally once a month or something that they do evening events. Oh, here we go. August 31st. So there's going to be on August 31st an Amazing Animals exhibit with DJs, musicians. I guess you can consider a musician a DJ or a DJ a musician, but not vice versa. And then, yeah, some cool stuff going on here. The Amir tiger. Oh, there's the tiger. Tiger style. Yeah, that's terrible with the digital zoom, but it's a tiger. So I'm gonna walk back to the treetop trail and then around one of those loops and take that back and then cut the video out when we get back to the main area. We're going to walk by the, I think it's moose that was over here, and then see if we can see the moose, and then see the treetop trail from the other direction. Not the full trail, just part of it.
Watch out, buddy.
Don't see the moose today. I've seen the moose hanging out in that pond before, up along the back wall, a few different times, but it doesn't look like it's out today. Zoom that. Ooh, snakes. native meadow restoration we're working on up there. Let's see how things look. Treetop trail in another year or two. Really interesting idea doing the treetop trail here, and I definitely like that reuse of the space. You know, you think of these things as often like the high lines that you see in New York. Have they done that with a portion of Chicago? Or was that just someone talking about it the other day? Yeah, in a couple cities they've done. You know, you can see down on this stage. Similar ideas in urban spaces, but I like the idea of repurposing this. Definitely worth checking out.
He's just rapping.
So this is, yeah, the Minnesota Zoo. I don't know if I really talked about where it's located earlier. I did say probably Apple Valley, but in relation to the Twin Cities, it's south about 20, 25 minutes, maybe 30 south of Minneapolis, downtown Minneapolis. About 30 minutes downtown Minneapolis to the zoo itself. So I think there might be a bus that comes down here. I've never taken it. I did read yesterday that the bus lines that come down here, we're gonna start seeing some cuts, and they were gonna focus more on the rapid lines. So some of these smaller lines we're gonna be seeing cutbacks until they can get more riders, which is unfortunate, but if there is a bus worth looking into, that there might be a bus that you can take to get down here, or if you have a car or want to rent a car, you can ride an e-bike down here. Whatever works. Yeah, come check out the treetop trail at the Minnesota Zoo in Apple Valley. A lot of fun and really nice way to get a new perspective on the zoo. Oh, this fountain here, kids love it. Kids love it. There's a really big playground on the other side there too. Really fun spot for kids beyond just like getting to look at the animals. There's all sorts of different things for them to do while they're here too. But all right, well, thank you everybody for watching. I'll probably cut out here in a second. Wish y'all all the best. As always, appreciate likes, subscribe, send me a message, send me an email. Always happy to hear from you. Thanks again for watching, and have a great rest of your day.